because even in trade to someone who can use it, they're not very valuable. Also, of course, I need to buy more of those buff items. I'm gonna need them especially badly for what's gonna happen here. And, I've explained most of it already, but the details, they will be very interesting. Wait, what? Why am I so poor? I thought I just sold some stuff. Well, not enough, apparently. Ouch. It's okay. There's two tarot cards that are basically selling fodder. The rest can be useful at times. Oh, I forgot to explain the rest of this. This meteor strike is the thing I got from Pyros and is a level 3 scroll. As you can tell from the sell value, it's actually really rare, especially in Disc 1. So I'm sorry about trash talking. So, magical defense, we'll definitely need that for Mia, and in general. I don't need to buy more of those. I will need these. As I start to grind various items repeatedly, money will be less of a problem. But right now, I'm in a bit of a pinch, which seems like a more, I don't know, authentic experience. Well, enough talk. Have at you! I mean, let's move on.
Enter the keyword for a protected area. It should open the menu to... You do know the keywords for a protected area. It was posted on the board. The keywords are Delta, closed a...
Wow, I did know the words, and you are correct that I saw them on the board. You didn't have to tell me again, thank you. So, the admins do eventually learn their lesson, and instead of putting that really lame admin message thing, they start just locking stuff off like this.
See? You need virus cores to hack the gates. Check the gauge to see the type and number of virus cores you need to hack the gate. If you have all of the necessary virus cores, you can fill the gauge and hack the gate. After hacking the gate, the virus cores you had will be gone. Once you've hacked a gate, that area will be open to anyone. Do you understand?
This is going to lead to some interesting message board posts later. So, gate hacking is very, very simple. Either you have the cores or you don't. I also love that the bracelet came with a gate hacking interface. 2.0 and everything.
There must be some kind of secret in these protected areas. That's why they lock it, right?
And here I thought it was just because these areas are completely broken down. Well, sure showed me. Right. As you may have guessed from the area level, my two companions are definitely not up to this dungeon. Therefore, I need to put a fair amount of extra effort into catching them up. and I need to be extra careful not to trigger 2 places at once. Let me put it to you this way. Remember that fire dragon we faced at the end of the last dungeon? Whoa, whoa. I definitely want to kill this. Anyway, those dragons can show up as normal enemies once you get into the dungeon proper. So, mimics. As with most video games, mimics are extremely dangerous. In .hack, it is because... Excuse me. It is because they can inflict confuse on people. Whoa, I didn't know that my attack was down too. Okay. The nice thing about this is that, well, about this game, fake money, I like that. Anyway, antidotes are actually misnamed a bit. Specifically, antidotes and restoratives are quite wide-ranging curative items. Antidotes will cure any physical-based ailment, including physical attack debuffs and physical defense debuffs. Basically anything physical that decreases, yeah, antidote will fix that. And restorative is anything will cure anything magic based. Whoa, whoa. And of course, this is the problem. You see, if Kite is confused, he will just start one-shotting party members sometimes. If Elk is confused, nothing happens really. And you've probably kind of noticed a problem, which is even with this kind of accelerated growth due to them being under-leveled, gaining a level for them is still kind of time-consuming, because experience rates aren't boosted that much. Okay, so I'm done with trying to hit them physically because they seem to be strong against that. So I'm gonna see if this works. A little bit. I'm actually not sure what's putting an attack down on them. Okay. I'm really glad that they're targeting Elk with those status problems, and I'm actually kind of surprised because being a Wave Master, he's, well, supposed to be more resistant to that sort of thing. Okay, that's a start. I'm not gonna say it's a good start, but it's a start. No. Well, I have plenty, so... Anyway. I'm glad this is fun for someone, because for me it's a little bit of a pain. Oh geez, I'm an idiot. No wonder I'm not doing that much damage. I forgot to buff myself. Wow. Well, now you know the experience that comes from not buffing yourself is, well, let's just say it is a difference. So, my apologies for causing that avoidable extra loss of time, even though this isn't a speedrun or anything. And after I spent all that time... after I spent all that time in buying those buffs and stuff too... Okay, take two. Hopefully faster leveling from now on. Oh yeah, I forgot. Those things cause skill drain as well. Well, it's SP drain. It's pretty much what you expect. Wow, he just got off that confuse right as I killed it, and because of that, it's easier for me to just skate out. But Kite doesn't waste any time. Yeesh. Well, I better sell some stuff and rebuy buff items. It's okay though, as long as I'm making a little bit of progress, I can still get through this. As far as I know, there's not another time in the game quite like this, I'm happy to say. Because it is definitely an ordeal. Wow, there's really not much for me to sell here, huh? Well, to be fair, I haven't been data draining much or opening treasure chests, so that's how it goes. So then, we just need to take a deep breath. The good news is I've hit SP 30 plus, so when I'm not moving, I'll recover faster, and I'm gonna need that. Hey, where'd that story thing go? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that it would have the check mark removed since we've been there once before, but I guess that as long as there's a quest thing to do there, the check mark remains, which I actually appreciate now that I know how it works. Anyway. Since my supplies are limited, I think I'd better just go into the dungeon and hope the bit of grinding that I've done is enough. And the reason I'm doing this is that there seems to be more mimics above ground than below ground. And those are no fun to deal with. Not we're here. Fun fact about Wave Master gear. It almost never has any physical defense at all. And we've seen how damage scales. So Wave Masters will be extremely fragile throughout the game. Fortunately, they're not targeted much because, of course, they hang back. I think it was genius to not actually... Oh, hello. Well, that's fine. I have a fire attack for you. That's what an elemental critical does. And I'm glad I was able to show it off. I also got an elemental critical against that bugged headhunter before, but the effect is clearer to see in that case. It just will kill even really large monsters in one go. That's why elemental skill attacks are so expensive. Elemental spells, well, a fair number of them are pretty cheap. What skills do you have, anyway? No fire. No fire. Well, since I'm really the only damage dealer here, I better make sure that I don't die. And this is the problem with encounters that are one big monster, which is their experience totals are not scaled, even though there's only one of them. Okay. You'd better first aid right now because we're gonna kill each other. There we go. And that La Repth is actually quite timely. Whew. These are the types of encounter I'm going to have to deal with throughout the entire dungeon. And I did not need to go that way. Ooh, what I don't like is that kind of debuff, which I actually do not encounter very often, is the sort of thing that will also remove the attack buff that I had before. And I'd better put it back on, because I'm not dealing much damage to this guy otherwise. Say what? I thought for sure that my SP recovery increased. It's not when I hit 40, is it? Actually, it probably is now that I think about it. Oh well. We'll be able to figure that out once we get Elk to use some skills and then check his recovery afterwards. Whoa. Easy there. Wow, it was put back on immediately. Anyway, yep, Elk gets 2 SP recovery per tick when standing still. So, theory confirmed. Which means I still have another level or 2 to gain before I can start getting that kind of thing. Ah, sadness. Aw. Well, I don't have to wait too long. Whew. That was massive overkill, but I mean, there's really no downside to that except, of course, expensive. Also, when Mia uses her skill, it sounds like she's saying grab feet. What is it actually? Oh, crack beat. I could swear that I fought those dragon things as normal enemies down here. But, I don't know, luck of the draw, I guess. So, what level are you? Alright, well, I'll have to deal with this as is. At least my own character is overpowered, and I'm pretty sure this boss doesn't cast Confuse.
If you approach a magic portal, data bugs will show up. If you data drain those bugs, you can get virus cores from them. There has to be a reason why you have that bracelet. You will go there to find out the reason, right?
I don't think the reason is here, but okay, fine.
The reason why I have this bracelet?
Metal Gear! Oh, do I have any scrolls with... Yes, actually, I have 1 wood scroll. And I have the right gear for it, so I might as well just throw that out right now. Wow. Wait, why was she hit twice? Well, I guess that answers my question, which is, I should have gained another level or so. But it's okay. Yeah. So that is a 2-hit attack. Live and learn. Man, this thing actually seems to have a fair number of area attacks. I'm glad I can pincer it like this. Actually, I'm thinking of maybe trying spells. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, so... experimentation. It is quite nice. Out of MP, though. Well, mostly. Oh geez, I just realized. If it gets Protect broken soon, I might have to use an Emperor's... Whoa. Yeah, this is how most boss fights go here. Anyway, I definitely don't want it to... In fact, I better make sure that I didn't Protect break it without realizing it, because that has happened to me before on a boss. Nope, okay, good. In that case, I'll just keep element bombing it. Wowee. Uh-huh. Oh geez, this controller is giving me unusual problems. Anyway, thanks for bearing with this. I know that when I'm having trouble with a boss, well, things can slow down a lot because of all the time spent in menus. It's almost like, wow, you actually... Whoa! Was I not paying attention? Apparently. But this is the power of items. If you are stingy with items, this sort of thing happens. Except worse, you usually get game overs from it. There we go, finally. I thought that using my super powerful magic stuff would Protect break this thing quick, but apparently I was wrong. So, in the event that you decide to play this, or I decide to play it again, bring more wood scrolls, or an item that lets you cast a wood spell, because it's needed. Wait, you have a regeneration spell now, but you didn't before? Also, Stone Tuttle, that's hilarious. I think this monster can land critical hits, actually. I also love how other characters, even the really mysterious ones like Mia, will just outright say, my HP is low. Yeah, you've been annoying, well, more than annoying enough to get a double data drain. Here we go, our first Ryu book. I'll have more to say about those later, but right now it's kind of like bonus content, the sort of thing that tracks what you've been doing.
Actually belongs to my friend.
I don't care what happened to you in the past.
You know, I think it would be, I would give bonus points if Mia stopped Kite the moment he started trying to talk about what had happened up to this point.
But I am interested in what you are going to do with the bracelet in the future. Well, that's about it. If there's anything I can do to help you, I'll try my best.
You will not. You're gonna be unavailable for most of the game.
Thanks.
There's no need to thank me. I'm just doing what I want to do.
That, at least, is completely the truth.
Hey, Mia.
This happens to him a lot. And that's our key for progression further into the stories. But first, of course, doing that again? Oh, I don't know. Maybe not.